So what's new in Warframe this week? Well, to be fair, I should have just stayed here and went... Come on. Archon hunt this week is going to be Archon Burrell, so it's the Azura Archon shard, a spy mission and defense, followed of course by the showdown. Not too hard actually, the spy can be slightly annoying, but just take a Loki and a team that knows what they're doing. Not a problem at all. This of course means Chipper is also selling an Archon Azura shard. At least he should still be selling. Yep, there it is. And apparently there are 0 seconds left to pick it up. What?
Take it up with Kahl.
Did that really say... It still says 0 seconds, even though the timer on it says 6 days. And anyway, Kahl's mission, if you have done all of them so far, is Sneaky Sabotage, and it's basically the same old when it comes to that. Actually, at least 4 of those are doable at once. Could probably do all of them if you're lucky enough with the gene stamps and not. And this is where you would expect Nightwave to be, but no. Instead, this week, assuming that it has actually changed, the Incarnon Genesis available this week for doing Steel Path Circuit would be the Bow, Latron, Furax, and the Strun. This, of course, changes every week, and I think it's next week it starts to get really, really interesting. I just want to know if that works. Oh, it doesn't work on the dual wielding one. That's a bit of a shame. But hey, at least that works on the Prime, that works on the Prime, that works on the Prime, and shame we don't have a Furax Prime yet. Normal Circuit, however, a way of getting frames, is Loki, Mag, and Rhino. Nightwave acts this week. Elite acts are defeat a Silver Grove Spectre and defeat the Ropolist. Normal acts complete 4 different bounties in the Zaramon, complete 5 different bounties in the Orb Valis, complete 1 sortie, kill 500 enemies with an arc gun, and catch 6 rare fish in the Plains of Eidolon. Cred offerings is obviously the usual: Nihile's Orb Elite, 10,000 Kuva, 5 Niatan Extract, Vauban Parts, Catalyst Reactor, lots of different helmets. Gauze's Mag helmet is of course here. Have to be careful that the Wolf Hood isn't here, because actually, speaking of, it appears in the helmets. This is the blueprint to build the Wolf Hood. It is a operator cosmetic. Actually interested to see if that works on the Drifter. Haven't actually checked that one. The Tatsu Solstice skin is here. Aura wise, there is Holster Amp. No. On equip, 60% damage for 3 seconds, basically when you swap weapons. Rejuvenation lets the team heal. Corrosive Projection, the one you kind of want, minus 18% armor. Does stack, so if everybody has it, you have a lot less armor on enemies. Sprint boost, 15% sprint speed. There is the Fragor Brock skin blueprint, and I still am annoyed we cannot adjust the rotation of these. We have to wait for them to rotate round. The Atarax Desert Camo Skin Blueprint, the Plink Shock Camo Skin Blueprint, the Falcor Shock Camo Skin Blueprint. These are just blueprints for skins. There is the Kinetic Siphon Trap Decoration. See, why can't we do this with melee weapons and melee weapon skins? This is just a landing craft decoration, as is the Nightwave ornament. The Heat Sword is here. This is, of course, the actual blueprint to build the Heat Sword if you want that melee and you do not have it yet. Augment-wise, Nyx's Singularity, the Grakata Ammo Efficiency mod, but you have to hit the headshots, and the Shrapnel rounds for the Marelock is pretty decent with a 200% multi-shot, but it does do minus 66% damage. Heading over to see what Teshin has for the Steel Path on her store this week. It should be in theory, and it's not, but we'll take it. The Umbra Forma blueprint is here. Yes, it may be 150 steel essence. Yes, it may be slightly annoying that the Steel Path to get the Genesis Incarnon things, the Incarnon Genesis things, sorry, somebody's going to correct me on that one, doesn't drop any steel essence apart from the 25 you get working towards it at rank 9. That's a whole other issue for another time. These are worth getting, and it is the only way to get a hold of Umbra Forma in this game. It isn't anywhere else outside of Mastery Rank 30 test, I believe, has one in it, or 2. Or was it 3? That I cannot remember offhand. I should know that one. But the only way to get it normally is here. Once every 8 weeks. 150 steel essence. Quite expensive, but very worth it. And of course, lastly, if you have the Helminth Invigoration segment, it is always worth coming and having a look to see what he has this week, because it is different for everybody. The frames, the invigorations that are here are different for everybody. But remember, every 10th you are allowed to override whichever frame is here. The invigoration will stay the same, but it would allow you to put ability duration and 5 jumps onto whatever frame you happen to have equipped, instead of it going onto Titania, and that can be useful sometimes. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.